All right, it is time once again on this beautiful Thursday night, right here, Beyond the Pole with Katrina Lee.
Happy Thursday. And there is actually so much going on. So everyone who's listening and tuning in right now, thank you. Because we have Method Man and Red Man out in Buffalo for free, pretty much $5 on Canal Side, where everyone's at. And then we have Party in the Park in Rochester. And the weather right now is gorgeous. So everyone's at Pelicans, all the patio bars, and just enjoying it. So all our listeners, thank you for being true.
Right? You guys are awesome, man. I appreciate you.
Okay. For this day, so we have a good show. We got Oz here, and we have Tom Loce from Life Without Shame. It's gonna be good. I'm excited. Good. All right, and a lot of exciting things going on. It's like summer, warm weather, boating, and it's festivals, concerts. So much fun.
Short skirts, right?
Short skirts, yeah. Tube tops, yeah. Strip clubs, stage season. All the girls are getting out. Yeah, just what Oz is wearing.
I still have your pink miniskirt, by the way.
Right. So, yeah, I'm excited. So, check us out. We are Beyond the Pole Radio on Facebook, like us. And on YouTube, we are on Beyond the Pole with Katrina Lee, Katrinalee. And subscribe to us, because the more subscribers, the quicker we get to having ads, and the more fun and shenanigans we can provide with you, the more money we make.
Help us out. So click away.
Yeah, help us out. Click it. And we have a special contest we're going to talk about later with some beard oil. So we're going to like share it. If you subscribe, you can win it. We have a couple of them, and
you're doing great for my beard right now. This thing is fantastic. It smells great.
Right.
I just realized I can actually smell my own beard. This happened like 2 days ago. It was a realization. It's awesome. And it smells awesome.
I have to ask you about that beard. Okay, now was the reason because you just got lazy, or you're hiding a bad case of acne?
Little column A, little column B. No, there's no acne under here. I keep it clean and nice. And,
all right, and this beard oil, is this something you're promoting or something? Or
my boy sent me a few free bottles, and it was fantastic. Try it out.
Could I try it on my pubes?
And I know it really well, too, so I was surprised. So I inboxed him. I'm like, Gabe, what was the point of this?
It smells great. Yeah. Get your face
I guess he bought into a company that's going to be selling them, so they're not available yet. So they're test ones. So these are new products. So we'll have the eBay seller number available, so you can find them on eBay.
You got one here or no?
Because I was like, I don't understand. I thought you worked in a pawn shop, like in Florida. Like, what are you doing? And then I'm like, what do you want me to promote this as? Or I was like, oh yeah, no, just it's coming out. He's like, I got a bunch of tricks up my sleeve. I'm like, all right, Gabe.
So when is it going to be available then?
Dude, I don't even
soon.
know.
He's going to announce it on eBay. Yeah, that's what he said. So
it's a cool label.
He's like you, Tom, with
eBay
power selling.
Yeah, and I can't hold on to things. I gave him to Katrina. I was like, I'll lose these in like 14 seconds. You take this. No, it won't happen.
That's cool.
And I was sitting there and I'm like, preparing. I could be the bearded woman next.
You should
next. I'm going to do in the contest.
Oz, I wanted to ask you that. What about like a woman can... that might be quite hairy. Can she use that? Or
absolutely. My son's mom is Italian, so it might work.
I'm
just kidding. She's gonna kill me.
She use it under the armpits like some Italians.
Yeah. No. For women, they have coochie spray and stuff, and it stops you from the itches. And I know Dawn sells them at 4playbuzz.com. The number 4. Playbuzz.com.
And what are you people's opinions on women who don't shave?
You're gross.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Depends on where they don't shave.
Whatever
right?
floats your goat. There's somebody for everybody.
Yeah.
I don't prefer it, but
big turn off
do
for
your
me.
thing.
Shave everything.
I'll take it any way I can get it.
I just don't like things getting caught in my teeth, and you have to pluck them out.
Flossing all at once.
As taste of women go, how much do you want a man to manscape or whatever they call it? Everything.
I think
I wasn't talking to you.
It depends. I mean, usually I'm so intoxicated that I don't really remember the experience. So, whatever. It is what it is, right? At least I'm honest.
Okay. I'm drinking till I don't remember.
You drink till you don't remember.
If it was bad, hey, it was good. Nothing bad. I don't know. It was there. Good
it was
for
okay.
You.
Yeah.
I was wondering why those pubes were between your teeth today, but it's okay. Guys.
Yeah, I did pop them out.
So, Katrina, let's hear. We're going to talk a little serious stuff for a while.
We will have some serious stuff. We have a whole bunch of stuff going on. We're going to do a little prepare for things. A lot of a lot of adventures.
Cool.
A lot of things. Life Without Shame, our show, Beyond the Pole. Bonnie Rotten is going to be at the Grand Open New York Showgirls in Buffalo this weekend. I will be there on Friday.
How are you not going to mention the fact that you are going to be on Hustler magazine, the cover for America's sexiest entrepreneur? That makes me look cooler just for being on a radio show with you. For props to you. That is such an awesome. You should be so proud of yourself.
I deserve it after 15 years of being in there are 33 issues I've been in. I started when I was 19 with Hustler Barely Legal. I was at the Sundowner, and I got recruited when they came up and said, you have a really pretty... Oh, wow. Yeah. We can't say it on the radio. But yeah, meow. And then, bam, I was in it, and I did it for several years. And I went to the Real Girls of College series.
Right.
Then I went in actual Hustler magazine in 2009 for the Real Girls of College series to show that I was graduating, and now I'm of age.
Unreal.
And then I was in Hustler Taboo, Backdoor Babes, and all the fetish ones. And I'm Katrina Lee from Real Girls of College for University at Buffalo, everyone. Yay. And I use my real name because I have no shame. Sorry, Mom and Dad.
So will they be bringing back the scratch and sniff cover?
That's all dope, but what did you do with that money that you earned from it? You're going to be helping so many people with this next product coming out. You're doing the bridge. The bridge is supposed to cure dope sickness. It sends these little frequencies into your brain that stops you from getting sick. This is such a hurdle for anyone suffering from addiction. It's insane.
People
so
are
this
afraid
is why
to get
you
help.
made the cover, and dude, I salute you.
Yep.
You should be freaking proud of yourself because I'm proud of you.
Seriously.
I am. So yeah, I actually didn't do drugs and invested my money to help all the other girls who did drugs and make their lives better.
So tell us a little bit more about this bridge.
It's
how
amazing,
it works.
and right now we're
Medicaid
introducing it. Medicaid just approved the procedure.
They did?
And we have a bill in process, 7141 in Senate, so we're working on the Assembly people, not men. I was told not to say men, Assembly people, because there are women involved now.
Good.
And they're on there, and we're working towards getting it approved.
Cool.
And then Medicaid should cover it all, and then the rest of insurances will, because it's the right thing to do, because it works.
So
we're going to save tons of money and lives and change the way addictions
how close would you say
are
it
treated.
is to getting out on the market? Actually?
Very
Really?
soon. We
Okay.
can start it now. So the whole thing is that you need to contact me and my company so we can talk to your doctors and show them how to use this and get this device available in your hands.
I assume it has been tested.
It has been by a
already?
lot of people. You can Google it. You can go under the bridge recovery device earpiece. You can look on YouTube. You can look me on Facebook.
I mean,
And more and more people are learning about it. So
the basic way it works is like
acupuncture, kind of.
pain receptors.
Yep.
Okay, I see.
So it's not intrusive though. There's no needle, right? It's just sound.
Very small pinpricks. Nothing
it's
crazy.
pinprick.
Yeah.
Okay, so
very
there's no,
small.
like,
So there is
point
some
going
reach,
into
but
your
nothing.
brain?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So it's just
So there's no
frequencies
cuts.
through.
There's no real damage.
That's
Anything done.
freaking
So
awesome.
it's very
So
small.
the cover of Hustler magazine, America's sexiest entrepreneur, dude. That's awesome. Congratulations.
Yes, I
Katrina.
finance, invested in this, and on top of it, I work with another organization, and we are doing rehab, walk-in clinics, sober high schools, and more. So everything is actually going to benefit everyone. So my lap dancing money went to make a difference in the world.
That's awesome.
Props.
Seriously though, I did want to say that we do a lot of joking around. Katrina, for as long as I've known her, for a few years now. She is a hustler and a mover. Seriously, I mean, you tell them, they look at her stories through the day. She accomplishes more in one day than most people accomplish in a month. Really,
and people don't even know the level of it.
I mean, all the different places she goes and just does everything in all different fields. I mean, seriously, you are amazing.
Thank you, and I yet still take out the time to piddle around and drop off my friends to cheerleading practice, their kids, or to sit there and put together a trampoline.
As I told you last week when I say you live life to the fullest.
I do. I try to. But I think it's the perfect time because our pizza just arrived that I've been patiently waiting for a song break. So
pizza just arrived.
We are Beyond the Pole Radio on Facebook.com.
All right, back to Beyond the Pole, blaring through the jailhouse in downtown Rochester, New York. Here's your host, Katrina Lee.
Welcome back. It's Katrina Lee. I'm actually going to be on the cover of Hustler magazine in September, and I've been in it over 33 times. Damn. To variations, 100 magazines. 15 years of being involved in the adult industry and all different aspects of owning clubs to managing to dancing, featuring, waitress, shot girl. Everything. Up and down selling clothes from Pennsylvania to Syracuse on a regular basis down the 90. Weekly to just traveling everywhere.
Do you get all this energy? Where do you get it?
I'm hyperactive. You know?
Okay.
Yeah. It was like a little kid. You had to like keep in control. Activity. So
you told me a story. You were in the early years an entrepreneur, weren't you? Like
always, yes. I was always an entrepreneur when I was younger.
When she was 5 or 6 years old, she said she was collecting cans.
Yes, I used to go to the Holland Speedway, and they would drop the cans down, and I would collect them to get money, and then I'd find out ways to map it. Then I had people working under me as I got older, and then I begged my parents to go to the races to collect the cans and try to stay like after 10, 11 in the parking lots because people would party in the parking lots to get them. and I'd make like $100, $200 a day on my own. Wow. And I'm like 5, 6 years old, and that's how it started. And my sister was lazy; she didn't want anything to do with it. So the bad part is my parents would be like, "Oh, you guys got to be equal." So I'd work my butt off, and then they'd give her the same exact amount of money for doing nothing. So yeah, it kind of defeated the purpose.
Isn't that amazing? Though she graduated from collecting cans to guys ogling her cans.
Right, wow. Ogling my cans.
I see a transition happening.
Right.
It's right there. These are 5 cents. To look at these is 500.
That's right.
Upgraded, from lemonade to.
Oh my God.
Oh, there's some joke there somewhere. Okay.
No, that's a good thing. So upcoming this week is what was known as Tiffany's. When it first opened, was built, it became Scores in North Tonawanda, and now it's going to be New York Showgirls, and they have a special party for their grand opening, and it's kind of invite only. There's a ticket, so you got to call and ask in advance, and Bonnie Rotten, the porn star, is going to be there.
Hey.
And they have filet mignon, lobster, and everything. It's tomorrow. I will be there. A bunch of my girlfriends from all over different clubs in Erie, and Playmates will be down there, so you can say hi. Bristol, the Pistol, will be there. Carrie Ann's going to be there. Phoenix from Playmates will be there. A bunch.
So it's stacked with stacked people.
Stacked. It's going to be very busy. The highest quality dancers.
This is Buffalo again,
in
right?
Buffalo, North Tonawanda, so close to the falls.
Any chance you'll be dancing?
No, I will not be dancing there tomorrow. Absolutely
I think
not.
I have an audition sometime this weekend coming, so I might.
Nice.
Who does you?
Yeah, I have an audition coming.
He's auditioning. Yeah, he's gonna come male dancer.
You are thinking about becoming a male dancer.
Thought about it once or twice.
I'm gonna break him in and train him. He's gonna be part of the Tomcats.
He'll take like a fish to water.
The Cats Meow features the Tomcats. So
you gotta be out there dangling bait, Tom. You're not right. It is bass season.
Are you guys ready for a serious discussion right now, though?
All right. What is a serious discussion according to Tom Loce? I'm a little freaked out, but let's give a little intro for all our new listeners who might not be aware of who Tom is. So, Tom, tell us a little bit Life Without Shame or your background.
You want me to tell?
Let them know.
Just years
how
ago,
a sleaze was developed.
We don't want to know the whole story. Just had an interesting cable TV show for about 4 years, many years ago. That was like a better way to describe it is a Howard Stern-like show where we had on people of all varieties of strippers, massage parlor people, fringe of society, homeless people, bums. Were most famous episodes were the Bum Olympics and things like that.
It is my favorite
It's called Life Without Shame. And, I learned a lot on it. It was a lot of fun, but we got taken off eventually because of senators got involved because it was a little too over the top. It was declared, we took it to Supreme Court because Time Warner and all that.
Yeah.
It got declared obscene. We were able to put it back on, but cleaned up. I didn't want to do it like that, so we just stopped.
So you're pretty much the king of filth.
Pretty much. And I wear it like a badge of honor.
You said interesting. Those were the loosest quotes. Interesting. Yeah, interesting, bro. That's what they call it, is interesting.
Interesting.
It was the second booby I've ever seen in my entire life was your show.
Yeah, it was pretty intense.
First one was my mom. Okay.
Like the first thing I was like, wow, it's a lot up there,
That was, you've seen some of the old shows. I know I'm an old timer. They're pretty outrageous.
I see why there's a lot of protest and controversy.
Yeah,
and they don't allow this stuff nowadays.
It would not fly nowadays at all.
Absolutely not.
Really,
that's what the internets are for.
The internet. So on the cool part is everyone who missed out on Life Without Shame can actually go on YouTube, Life Without Shame Rochester, and you can watch a lot of the classic videos.
Yeah.
Not the really raunchy ones because they were so sleazy that YouTube banned it all over the map. So the Scandalous Sisters, which are these really hot twins, and they're naked and rolling around in like chocolate syrup and making banana splits out of each other, is amazing. But that was banned and taken off, which it all makes sense why it was, because kind of pornographic.
It was kind of pornographic, but put
amazing
on at
that you were able to put it on at midnight.
Many
on local cable access for free.
Right, many disclaimers, all that type of thing, but just freedom of speech, all that kind of crap. But I mean, just we had a good run, and now it seems like Katrina Lee's pushing to get it going again for some reason.
We're bringing it back. Well, it's a 25-year anniversary, and a lot of people miss it and talk about the show on a regular basis.
All the time. My friends hit me up all the time, like, when is that coming back? Like, listen, it's going to happen.
It's happening, because we're doing it.
At least a half dozen times this week.
All the time, yeah.
Check your fan page.
You're not pulling my third leg?
Well, he doesn't use Facebook.
On your fan page. He does to creep. He's lying. He just creeps and then goes back into his little cave.
Yeah, he does. He uses his friend Kevin Kevin's page, but he doesn't So
I
added
him out right now.
So I added Kevin. Kevin, I know you listen. I added him on as a Facebook administrator so he could see, so Tom could peer through the messages.
It is true.
But I kept telling him, like, people keep asking for shirts and DVDs, and there's a demand. So why are we wasting money and not making their,
She is right, and I am real old school, as Oz knows. He calls me his grandfather. But you see, I don't have the. I'm not up on the social media. I just lurk on everyone else's because just when I look at it, I don't know. It's just
at least
me.
Like something, bro. Throw us a like or just something.
I look at all these things, and it's all just everyone's like, look at me, look at me, look at me.
Look, I'm a dog on Snapchat. No,
and I'm just not into that. If I was on there, I'd be showing pictures of my crack and my stuff like that.
So Tom too. He didn't even have a cell phone until me because I refused to actually call and leave messages on landline. I wanted to only text. So he had to get a phone to respond and correspond to me.
And we'll tread on that lightly that I did say the only reason I got a cell phone was to keep in touch
there's probably other hookers too, but
sex workers. I wear it as a badge of honor.
Tell me you have a flip phone.
No, it's not flip. A smartphone. Can you believe it? Okay.
Smartest thing that's ever been in your pants.
Here's the discussion, okay? And of course, there'll be some humor in it, but
of course,
this is going to be a learning experience.
I'm sure.
Everyone here, I think even in the other room,
are
single. Now, I would like to know, first of all, why and ish.
Okay, we're all going to go around and say why we're single.
Let's put it
we're
like
all
this.
single-ish.
I don't think we're in a committed relationship, okay?
Or maybe partially.
Okay. Or
maybe we're like committed, but we're looking to upgrade.
No, someone had always told me that marriage is a great institution, but who wants to be committed to an institution? No. It's aged 10 years anyway. Listen. I would want to know from both of you, and I'll tell you about me too. What is it that you look for in a man and a woman? And I'll tell you what I look for. And why do you think our relationships haven't worked?
Oh,
there's big. Okay, I'm going to take
with the mallet on this one.
That's right. Caught you unaware, and I'm going to take credit of putting myself in that. Half of it is my fault a lot of the time. There's never any one
I believe it
fault.
Is your fault, Tom. Right.
Thanks a lot.
I know you
Katrina.
for a while.
Tom's like, 50-50.
Yeah,
She's like, no,
you're
dude. You're like
rough.
98 to maybe 2% chance of error.
First, please tell me, people, and you can have the podium as to what are you looking for in a woman or a man. Oz. No,
I think Oz is looking in a woman.
He's a serious ladies' man. What are you looking for? Not just in looks, but what do you look for in a companion?
I think that changes with the person. Each person, you look for something different. And man, I don't really go out looking for anything specific, but certain people have certain quality about them that I like or will attract me to them. So it's not what I'm looking for, it's what that person is to me at that moment and how they're making me feel. Like that person's super intelligent. I've never found a 10 out of 10 unicorn where it's like she's smart, she's beautiful, she works hard, she's a good family, she's crazy,
I'm right
she's
here.
a freak. You did 2 weeks in a row, there's serial killer paraphernalia. What about that?
Hang on, we'll get back to that. Okay, Oz, see, I'm serious because this we'll go into something with addiction, and at least it does with me, like who I have been attracted to. Okay, on that line of thinking, I mean, what were you looking for in someone that in a long-term relationship, though? Not just looks. I mean. What humor has a
humor's
act together?
Important.
Yeah,
humor's definitely important. You got to be funny. You got to be weird. You got to be weird as hell. I can't do the whole normal thing.
Okay,
but you got to be able to hold yourself together enough that to go to PTA meetings and softball games and all that other stuff, family dinners. Well spoken. You know what? You don't have to even talk that much.
Yeah.
It's fine. I don't mind.
That's cool. After I put my 2 cents in, I'm going to ask you, but first I'm going to tell you why mine never worked, of why your long-term relationships may have not worked out. And without giving names, of course. For me, I have always looked for uninhibited women, because they're good in many different ways.
Right.
Seriously, humorous, creative, and sexually, all that stuff. But see, problem is I have been attracted to a lot of drug addicts, and the inhibition only goes so far.
That's true.
Because first we're usually attracted to looks. Then after that, whatever else you really love in life of a good sex life, someone who's creative, someone who's smart, but you want someone who can also hold their own. And, so you don't have to, someone who can help you toe the line. That's where it ends with drug addicts usually, unfortunately.
That's completely true. Absolutely. Right. Very well said.
So that's why it's, I kind of gave up myself because then I'll give the podium to someone else. I've been years of therapy, seriously, of why haven't relationships lasted and all this stuff. And I asked my counselor the last time, I said, what is the percentage of long-term relationships that last? He says, 20%.
20%.
I'm getting 20.
Wow.
I gave up after that, seriously. Because my scope gets even smaller because I'm weird and all these kind of things. I'm not just the regular guy out there, so it's even harder for me to continue a relationship. And I don't want to put in the work. It takes a lot of work anymore. Now it's just like, here's $100. Do it for an hour. Basically, that's where I'm at.
It's $100 to go away, not for services.
Okay, without giving names, why hasn't your relationships worked, do you feel?
Why haven't they worked?
And have you gotten involved with drug addicts?
I'm sure through the years when he was younger days.
I mean, I was in nightclubs, saying 24/7.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, there's at least alcohol flowing 5 nights a week, and not even a regular amount of alcohol, as much as you can drink 24/7. Just go ahead, you and all your friends. It is what it is.
I'm not talking about flings though, man. Any more serious?
He had a long-time girlfriend for a while.
I've had a few. I've been
a long
in
time.
I
remember he was one for a while.
It was my ex-wife. That was 9 years, and then after her, there was 2.5. Then there was a 3, and then there's a 3-year kind of sort of currently now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why did they fail though? It's different reasons.
Variants of reasons. The ex-wife one was I felt like I never could make her happy. I felt like no matter what I did, she just was never happy. So I was just eventually I'm done. I can't make her happy regardless. So I'm out. And we were just better friends anyways.
That's cool.
After that, it was a rebound because that one was nuts. And then I messed up with another one. That was my fault. I wasn't mature enough. I wasn't grown enough. I wasn't doing what I should be doing in a relationship. And now it's just I don't know.
Maybe learn with each relationship.
True.
Yeah,
one other factor which is unfortunate or fortunate if you can grow together. But so many times, someone else will change their religion or become a vegan. It's
We're growing in the right direction together.
Right. One of my always. Things that threw a monkey wrench in mind that I never wanted kids, for various reasons. And
Thank God,
the girls always the girls always thought, I could change this guy, da 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 da. And in the end, because I wouldn't give them kids, and that usually failed on half my relationships. Now we segue into Katrina Lee. So
why did mine not work?
Yeah, why didn't your? And first of all, what are the kind of guys you're attracted to? I have an idea. But
I'm attracted to felons and drug dealers and motorcycle club members and strip club managers, strip club owners.
Why?
Lawyers and aerospace engineers. But the ones that are the most messed up are the aerospace engineers. They're wacky. I don't know how to handle them. But I can deal with people who live on the fringe of society.
Okay.
I'm like Mary from Weeds, and I'm fine.
Okay.
And I'm comfortable in those situations, so I'm,
Okay, were some of those men drug addicts or alkies?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm kind of an alkie, so it's more in control now. So they were all alcoholics. Definitely, they all partied, did a lot of cocaine.
Okay, was there
a lot of marijuana?
A reason that cuts through all of them as to why this didn't last? Or
I met them all in strip clubs.
Ah, okay.
It's like a club relationship. It's going nowhere.
So the one was a strip club manager that I knew since I was a little kid and would serve me alcohol underage. I thought was so cool. And
boy.
Was my first love, first kiss, married, everything.
Yeah.
And then we had the strip club customer goer who owned a pawn shop. He's a pawnbroker.
All right.
And party animal. And he was fun while my first husband was in jail for 3 years. And then I married a strip club owner that I knew from working with them in the strip clubs. And then I dated, after that disaster, I dated a strip club customer who pulled out his penis and exposed himself in a strip club and was kicked out after they flashed a light on him and said, "Put your dick in your pants."
Wow.
And I thought, that's a man who knows what he wants. I'm going to date him.
That's like a highway
But that's the
pileup.
wrong
I'd say
theory.
it was a car accident. It's just a pileup. Jesus.
Don't date that type
Wow.
of man. So I have really bad taste in people, in men.
Okay.
And so when I was in healthy relationship classes, so my problems is I'm impulsive.
Yeah.
I go 0 to 180 in like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I have no shame, like life without shame.
Right.
And I have no fear of institutions.
What was the
So
last
no
thing?
fear of institutions or repercussions. So like you put me in jail, I'm gonna make friends and have fun.
Okay.
I'd just like to say, most people say they go 0 to 100. She added 80 miles on top of that. She said she goes 0 to 180. So she's going that fast and then she spins and does a 180. Or
Yeah.
they're just So that's where she's at.
Well, I just got that speeding ticket, so
But where are you at now of what you're looking for in a relationship?
I'm looking for someone who's damaged. That
Oh my God!
who's damaged
Look no
that isn't gonna run away.
Humpty Dumpty.
He's not
got
gonna run
nothing
away
here.
from me. I can maybe own him, keep in a little box.
Yeah.
I want someone who's young that I can give a car, and if he's bad, I'll take away the car, so he'll be afraid. Give him allowance, maybe pay for his education. I don't know.
What kind of car?
Right?
Thank
Hey,
God
I
you
guess
don't
I
have-
did really well at the bridge, right?
Thank God you don't have crawling yet on this show, right?
Right. No, so a character I want someone. So my mom was saying. So I was throwing out that I met this felon and he had thug on one arm tattooed down his arm and thug life tattooed on him. He wears a lot of chains. He's like went to jail in federal prison for over a year. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Violent
boy.
history. Perfect for me. I know him through the strip clubs. Hustle game on this side. Blah blah blah. And I'm like, he's the one. And I'm like, Mom, I want to be honest. I don't know what to say when I'm accidentally getting attached to him. And so this guy comes up and he throws over $5,000 all over the stage on me, and he pulls me off the stage and goes, "You're my girlfriend now."
Yeah.
And my mom's like, "No, I know you're so stupid. You're gonna date that idiot." And he sits there laughing, and I'm like, my parents are gonna hate you if they ever meet you. He's like, "They won't care. They'll be happy once I knock you off." And he sends me a message. I screenshot it, sent to my mom, and I was like, "No.
I'll pray for you, Katrina Lee's mom.
Right?
I will pray for you.
Right? So this guy's a character
You're screwed.
too.
You got no hope, Tom.
This guy's great. Like he literally has a fake leg, and he'll rip it off and fucking hit people with it. You know what I'm like?
Katrina, do you
Quality.
do you go for these guys mainly for the shock
The
value?
shock
I think,
value, I
for
think.
yourself and
Well,
others.
I got to
think.
one up it, so
Okay.
I'm like, this is the one that will oh my god, no, he's like a nice guy. I know I can change him, and
You
I
guys
can
give me
fix him.
PTSD.
I mean, the next one may be like
I can fix this one.
a mongoloid leper. You
No,
think
I
so?
don't know. That's hard. So, I had so this is really hard to one up. So I had the guy who had no testicles and a reattached penis. So we called him the ballless wonder with no balls.
Yeah.
And now I have this one. So it's like Longine Silver, the porn star with the stump. That I know Oz was turned on by that porno.
Yeah.
Longine Silver,
had
everyone.
night
Go
terrors
YouTube or
for
Google
a
it.
month straight.
She's got an amputee and she stumps guys in the rump.
This
and
is
then
outrageous.
I'm usually talkative, and I'm getting invited on a radio show, and you guys have me speechless more times than I'm talking. I got nothing here.
We're sick, Tom and I. We're a little damaged, so that's why you need to date damaged people.
Let me ask you a little bit more about Oz, because he's a curious guy here.
He is a curious person.
He used to be more of a
What does that mean?
more of a party animal, right?
Yeah.
Right, Oz?
Yeah, man. Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
was it because? And I'm not judging. I'm just curious. Is it because of the having a kid that you
I'm
calmed
sure.
down?
Oh yeah,
sure.
that totally 100% slowed me down. I had to be an example of what I want this kid to be. You know,
Okay,
so I might be a little bit touched in my personal life and stuff like that, but I try to be a good example to him and lead him in a good direction to be a good human being.
That's good. Hey.
So I can't do that all high and drunk.
No, right, but I
You
mean,
can't, yeah.
when
you miss out on so much.
when
too.
you don't have him, I mean, do you still have some wild times or whatever once in a while?
Yeah, once in a while I go in, but it's when you do drugs and you drink, and it begins like a part of a personality. Like it changes who you are on a day-to-day basis when you're not completely sober or you're not concentrating on bettering yourself. If you're not bettering yourself,
Yeah.
you're not making I'm not a good example. And if I have him the next day when I was getting trashed the day before, I have a hangover, right? Yeah. I'm slow. I can't play ball as well. Like I can't teach him how to do something. And he deserves my 100%. So I don't want to be taking away anything because I wanted to be a donkey and drink your party the night before. No, he
it's
deserves
good to be
his dad
responsible.
at 100.
I'm actually touched. Now if you take your hand away from my
responsibility,
leg,
everyone,
I would appreciate it.
I promise nothing.
So we are WRFCLP Rochester 106.3 FM, RochesterFreeRadio.com. I'm Katrina Lee. We're Beyond the Pole Radio, and thank you for tuning in.
Oh, yeah, going down right here with Beyond the Pole and Katrina Lee.
Welcome back. We're Beyond Pole Radio. Check us out on Facebook and on YouTube. You can subscribe to us and listen to all our shows. We're adding more and more of the archives that have not been listed. We just found them, the hidden ones of Jenna Hayes and others. So
beautiful.
We're going to add up more and more of them, and everyone can catch them.
Oz is still not back here. He's changing his tampon in the bathroom.
Right. No, he's coming out. But we're Beyond the Pole Radio with Katrina Lee on YouTube. So subscribe, listen to us, share, along with Life Without Shame Rochester on YouTube also.
Ew.
So exciting things. Bonnie Rotten is going to be at Tonawanda and New York Showgirls, and she's going to be there for the grand opening, filet mignon and lobster.
Ooh,
fun,
fancy.
and lots of girls. So all weekend she'll be there.
Is it expensive to get in?
I'm sure it is.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm sure there's a higher cover charge.
I'm cheap.
I'm sure there is. It's probably at least $20, to be honest. I don't know, but usually when the porn stars are there, it goes up to $20.
No, that's not bad.
I mean, it's more. It's not like $5, but it's not like
I got you.
a thing. So it should be there. So yeah, subscribe, and then so. I have this thing now, and I created my own little night and a word, and other people are like, I never heard of it before, but I call it Tuesday Booze Day. And so I like to go out on Tuesdays and drink.
I used to do it Tuesday night. Oh, God. It was at the Pig and Whistle in Grotto, and I would the bartend, and I was not a good bartender. I used to get people so dumb hammered. That was all I would do.
Yep, that's a good bartender, though.
Yeah, you want a mojito? Okay, rum and Coke it is.
Yeah. You want here. Well, so and same. I always started I used to go to Nathaniel's, and that's how I know Oz. In Rochester, I go there on Tuesdays. Yeah. And in Buffalo, we always had the $5 Tuesdays at Russell's, the Chandelier Bar, $12 at Salvatore's, half off at the Regal. It's always a good cheap night for
Where's
drinking. All over Buffalo, all the bars and restaurants always have specials on Tuesdays. So that became my day.
Tuesdays were a good night.
Tuesday Booze Day.
No, that's good because it kind of you did a full circle. You used to have just Tuesdays was sober day.
Yeah, right.
Now it's
it's not. There's a drinking day every day, but I think for people in the service industry, that's why it's successful because those are days off. And that's slow night.
Monday,
for us.
Tuesdays are always terrible. So it's what are you? That's your weekend.
Yeah,
Mondays
and even Sunday Fun Day is
sure.
a good money night for people in the service industry because everyone else is like, it's Sunday Fun Day, let's go out. We're like, oh, we work because we make money. So when everyone else is like, it's our night. So
I mean,
Monday, Tuesday.
Tuesday's usually drinking with sweatpants on.
Yeah, that's what I love.
Service industry, you got sweatpants on, you're drinking. Yep, it is what it is. We're at the club with sweatpants.
We don't care. Yeah, that's how
we
you know.
We don't have a bouncer. We're getting in.
Exactly. So I take on and I go to Smoking Joe's. I laugh. And speaking of that, so Tom was great. And he gave me these cards and it had Arthur Shawcross on it. It was the first thing when I opened.
Oh, my God.
And I was thinking Lila Lab right there.
Across the street from him.
Yeah, it was this great card deck and it was so funny. It was probably the best gift I ever got. And it was so great. It was all these serial killers and mafiosas, all this stuff. And then all of a sudden mixed in was my ex-husband's picture he took off Facebook with his name taped on. I was
like, that was insane. You guys and your serial killer stuff.
I was dying.
So much creepy juju. I walk, it's look at this. Oh my God, it's Arthur Shawcross. Really? And then you flip through, it's her ex-husband. You pre-planned that 15 years ago. Those were so vintage. You just waited for your moment.
He waited. He had to prepare. And he's like, this would be the greatest gift for someone.
I just am impressed that there is a girl that is nuts as I am.
Just such a personal touch on creepiness. How you guys found this wavelength of wild together. It's just hilarious to watch.
And last week, Oz, I gave her the Jeffrey Dahmer papers.
Yes,
I gave
her.
It sounded like you had a heart attack.
I touched that. I let it go immediately. It was like this dark cloud. I was like, oh God. See, Katrina's like that, but she exuberates like rainbows while she does it, so it's okay. It's like a thunderstorm.
Is that the most bizarre thing?
It is. It's like an evil Care Bear.
I always said she's got the face of an angel but the body of the devil.
Oh, that is true.
That's about it, yeah.
But I love the serial killers. I found that almost all my female friends, we watch Investigative Discovery. So ID channel, Wives with Knives, Bib, Monsters, Swamp Murders. I love Kenda, Homicide Hunter. He's my favorite, Lieutenant Kenda. So all women know this stuff, and we watch it all day long. So we plot, I guess, how to kill our significant others or husbands.
Is this just a Rochester thing, or all? Is
no, because I'm Buffalo technically,
so
we can't just
females.
Yeah, I think it's all women.
A lot of people do, are mesmerized by serial killers.
Look at the Oxygen Channel Snapped, and then look at all the women chasing after serial killers in jail, wanting to marry them and everything.
So, Kat, with doing all this research on it or whatever, you have the the attraction to. Do you think you could do the perfect murder and get away with it?
Oh God.
I feel I could at this point. I know how I could have killed my ex-husband and got away with it, but I just didn't do it at the time, and I look back like, damn.
Because
what was I thinking?
There was a great line in a movie.
I would just cut some stuff in his blow.
Movie called
surprise.
Body Heat. Here's a
She thought about it. She thought about it. Oh my God, you evil. Oh
no, a great line though, where this guy's
too.
committing a murder, in Body Heat, and he says to his lawyer who's going to commit the crime, he says, "Counselor, there's 50 ways you could screw up a crime," and he goes, "If you could think of 25 of them, you're a genius." And he said, "And you're no genius, counselor." So I mean, just you make me close to a genius, Kat, but
Yeah, no, it would be really hard. It'd be just knowing their vices and allowing them to overdo it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it wouldn't be trying. I've seen all different ones, and you never really win. And then the DNA and stuff is amazing, and they can trace it back and get you years after the fact. All those cold cases are incredible.
Who was your favorite serial killer?
Ed Gein.
Ed Gein.
Yeah, he's my favorite.
Do you even know who that is? What's it about?
I have no idea.
He used to make lampshades out of flesh and sew them together. And he had a woman's body and everything, including like the breast and everything. So a lot of stuff with Hannibal Lecter is based on him.
It is. The Hannibal Lecter, Psycho movie, and Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I've seen those.
As you can tell,
I feel like could have loved him, and we would make stripper clothes out of skin.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
I'd go for that.
God. I was just like, I need to move away from her.
We're gonna be really good friends for a really long time. Because I want somebody to go, I'm like, hey, Kat, there's this girl I'm dating. Well, at least I know I have a guy for that. I have a woman for that now.
That's right.
Fantastic.
Go look for Kat. She'll take care of it.
Terrified.
Ed Gein, he is a cool one, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones.
Charles Manson, he's the one who...
He's not really a serial killer. He's a cult leader more. So he never actually,
But I mean, he's the one that the public coined serial killer with him, of course.
Yeah.
So, it's just...
I watched some of his videos, man. Like, he had some, like, really weirdly interesting things to say.
Yeah.
He was definitely intriguing. Like, I was intrigued by, like, his psyche and his demeanor. Like,
I like his song, You Got Game Girl. It's pretty good.
He has a song?
He's got a whole bunch of music. He's an artist. He's really good.
No, she's going to probably got it on her phone. Oh, my God.
No, I mean, I
probably
can
her
YouTube
ringtone.
it.
What are you talking about?
It's actually good. I actually can say that I have stripped this song before.
If you... Kat,
but I dance a lot of weird stuff.
If you were living in that time, do you think you would have become one of his disciples?
I don't know, because I am guided by the wrong ways.
I know that would have been interesting,
right?
And there's a hush over the producer still
there. Like a tap. I'm like, what was that tap?
There was a door shut. He was running.
No, I don't even know. I'm like, okay, yeah. Look at your game, girl. Here, we'll play this. Let's see if it comes through.
We're on Facebook Live, by the way, guys.
Get out of here.
Yeah. So there we go. Here it is. This is Look at Your Game, Girl.
The time keeps on.
Listen, this is Charles Manson. Seriously.
You stripped to this?
It's official. She's more screwed up than me.
That's a feat.
Oh my God.
Those feelings real. Look at your game, girl.
All right, Kat. I think we've heard enough.
The sample is not bad. So day shift stripping is totally different than night shift. So.
How can you equate that with stripping?
I don't know. I like to dance to the Doobie Brothers and, Garth Brooks.
What is one of the weirdest songs you've ever stripped to?
Wham Jitterbug.
Wham
Jitterbug.
Oh, yeah.
I just had to look away.
The Jitterbug?
Yeah.
Tell me you have like a ladybug costume on or something. Because
I like the Neutron Dance too by the Pointer Sisters and like fun sing-along songs. And then when it's really dead, like I like to just pretend I'm dying on the stage and do like Colorblind by Counting Crows.
Really? Wow. I wish I was there for that
There's sheer laziness at the end of the evening when you just give up. And you're like, ugh, it's been a long day.
What was
been a really long
the strangest song you've ever stripped
Yes.
in the shower, of course.
Or got a lap dance or had someone strip forward.
I'm an old metalhead, man. I like Guns N' Roses. I don't really. Not a lot
It's
of
not that
strange. No, it's
strange.
not strange at all. You know what? Maybe I need to step my game up with my strange music thing.
Yeah, you're a DJ. You should be finding eclectic stuff.
All kinds of weird stuff, yeah.
Never once.
I tried. So when I first started dancing years ago, I realized that a lot of the guys that are around my dad's age and they're midlife crises, and they're like kind of freaking out, feeling old. So I went and I stole a bunch of my dad's CDs, and I started listening to music and I started dancing to it. And they'd be like, "Oh wow, you understand me? Like I feel like I'm back in my youth at prom," and then I get all the money from them.
That's
I mean, that was smart, you know. Now, sadly enough, a lot of the younger girls are like, "Oh my God, it's like Nirvana. That's so old," and I'm like, "No."
I see people with Guns N' Roses t-shirts sometimes, and I'm like, do you have any idea? I waited 20 years for them to get back together. 20 years. People are like, they will never get back together. And I waited, and I slept on the floor outside of New York City ballroom to watch them and perform. And it was, you know, for them to get back together, 20 years, you wear that shirt like it's nothing. I waited 2 decades for that t-shirt, bro.
Yep. Yeah. No, so it's interesting.
And
you know?
what happened? You were disappointed, right?
Hell no.
No,
Guns N' Roses, Ash, and Slash.
Still had
all
it.
our stuff that was like cool then, now they're all like, "Oh, it's so old."
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh. When did this happen? When did I get so old?
Well, that happens to the best of us. You know?
It does. Yes.
But Kat, you also love a lot of country music too.
Oh, everyone knows
know,
that.
Yeah. So I mean, did you ever go to dance to the really old stuff like "You Are My Sunshine"?
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Okay. So old Roy
yeah,
Rogers
on Day
thing.
Shift, you know, Build Me Up Buttercup.
Well, that's not quite country, but I mean.
But I mean old stuff, you know.
Yeah, it's cool.
Old
Okay.
people music.
You are
Like,
demented.
hey,
Yeah.
I am demented. I don't care.
That's
Whatever
fine.
we get more money, right?
in the
No
like,
shame, no game.
And you're talking about in the hayseed bars for that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay, right, okay.
Redneck, middle of nowhere. I was the
Yeah.
only girl who did country. I started country at Mademoiselle, and it was all techno. And she'd come out and wasn't in that country. She'd be like, "You're not allowed to do that on your music," and yell at me, and
I
like
can totally
it was crazy.
see country, like
Yeah.
Shake Your Ass Girl. Or
Slowly worked it up, and like I would do Big and Rich, like Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy when it first came out, like the first person, and I like warmed up the whole areas into country.
Did you ever get any manure on your clothes from in the?
I worked on a
that's the-
farm, of course I have.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, I used to help cows and like give birth.
That's
and I
one of
used
your,
to
one of
I
your
used-
fetishes,
Sure
right,
is.
Oz?
Jeez.
I used to hose down the ground and I would like pull out worms and I'd sell them on the side for fishing.
Wow,
Yeah, the
entrepreneur
road
from day one.
Big
Oh yeah,
time.
yeah. I was
That's
10 years
so
old
awesome.
doing that. So and
My
then
kid
you know
loved
the
worms.
cans.
Maybe I
and-
could get him to start doing that. He could pull
Right,
out the
you
worms.
can start working on a
He might
farm
just
when you're
dig
10.
them. Really?
Yeah, and 10 years old you can start on the farm.
Okay, and when does the
12
years,
you can
buddy,
start
3
folding
years.
boxes in a pizzeria. You get 14 you can work more hours.
Well, that's the past.
15 you can be a cart girl or something.
Here's
you
a
know?
thought-provoking question. Katrina and Wizard of Oz, where do you see yourself in 10 years? You ain't
10
got a
years.
silence, right? I can
In
tell you where I
10
see
years.
myself, okay? Retired in the Philippines with a young bride. Very,
Okay.
very young.
You're actually gonna get married.
Well,
A child
temporarily.
bride?
I didn't say that. I just said young.
Oh, okay,
Could be
young.
18, but probably not.
You sick man. You
Okay,
sick,
guys,
sick man.
Where are you guys going to be in 10 years? No clue.
Katrina's gonna be a billionaire with her bridge product. And
Right?
She's gonna give me like a really easy, cushy job. Like you're my margarita tester by the pool.
That's what I'm gonna have. My
Right,
friends who
with
dance
it.
with me are gonna have really stupid, easy jobs that they're
Yeah,
gonna
okay.
love. Like,
Right, that's gonna be my,
we test
10
dildos
years.
all day long for money. Like, how great!
That is great. Gee,
You're like,
can I
I'm a
be-
condom tester.
Can I be the smell tester after
Right?
I want to opt out of that and go for the margaritas. so take that one, dildo tester, maybe not so much.
There's girls like, how fun! I write porn reviews.
that? And Oz, you haven't confessed to us where you might be.
I
know
don't
what?
think he knows.
I
I
don't.
think he's at a transition.
I'm in a really weird place right now. I've got another movie shooting with my boy Chris Cardle. Is doing a bunch of cool stuff right now. They got a night coming up, Firefly Viral. We're doing a movie called
For love of animals.
It's like a car lot rental movie.
A what now?
Car lot rental movie. It's like a comedy thing. It's cool. I've got a reality show that we're shooting 6 episodes of a pilot for. The end of July. I've got some modeling things going on. I'm in a really weird
He's
place.
there.
I'm just a dad that's doing random cool stuff. Like,
That's what
just
happened
where
with
I'm
me.
at
I
right
got
now.
divorced and I tried all this stuff I never would and it just blew up.
Yeah.
Literally, this show, all that. I ended up on The Purge, Coldbrook, all these movies. I just did an audition. I got a call back yesterday, I did on Tuesday. So I'm a sloppy drunk who's angry in the middle of a divorce, and I'm fighting the police officers, and I pee my pants.
I saw that.
And
Wait,
so my skirt's lifted.
Oh, that's
You know,
what you did.
it was
I thought you were
easy.
talking about a Saturday night.
Me too.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
why it was too realistic. So I was like, oh. So I actually went to Goodwill and I bought heels and I sliced off the heels. So
Yeah.
I stepped on it so the heel snapped.
Yeah.
And then I like hung myself on the thing like I was there, fall over, lifted it. And then I told them, I'm like, oh, you know, I can have my boob fall out too. I don't care. I'm in Hustler magazine. And I
the
told my
boobie out
mom
there.
that. And my mom's like, what's wrong with you? I was like, love you.
So you're in the new Purge movie coming up.
Yes.
That is so cool.
I am
saw the
Marissa
preview for
Tomei's
that.
stand-in,
Marissa
actually.
Tomei's
And
stand-in.
yeah, so I did
really
everything she did like 100 times.
Yeah.
And then she walked through smoothly one time, like, yay, for the lighting.
Did you kill anyone in the movie?
No,
Oh, okay.
no, nothing that exciting.
Okay.
I might die.
Maybe
I
the
don't
next
know.
one. You never know.
The
you know?
Who
previews for
knows?
that one.
I mean, it's
the
The
best
Purge. A
one
lot
so
of people
far.
die in The Purge. Let's be
Yeah.
real.
I love those movies.
The
Yeah.
reviews look fantastic.
It's-
for that,
yeah, it's
man. The
amazing.
previews look freaking amazing.
So-
I mean, it looked like the best one they've done in a long time.
It was a fluke that I got it, and so I was there, and I got hired as an extra, and I guess her stand-in wasn't available that day, so they pull you to the side, and they're like, "Hey, can we talk to you?" They're like, "We want you to have this different role. The main character wants you to do it," and I'm like, "Okay, what's that?" And I'm all nervous. I'm telling my friend, I'm like, "I don't know what this is. I never actually really acted or did anything before. What's going on?" Turns out that, but in the movie, her hair is my color. So everyone thinks like my cousin Vinny, and they're picturing it that. No, she's got a wig. So her hair is still the same as it was then, gorgeous. Like she didn't hack it, but it's
Right.
all like short. It's my hair color, and with heels the same height, and it all equaled out like body size and everything.
Nice.
So pretty cool.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Seriously,
so
congrats
I ended up
on
getting my SAG card off of it. So I've been getting all these different roles because there's not too many SAG actresses.
She is a
Nice.
mover and a shaker. I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
and it's all like a fluke. So it just all started happening. So I'm doing Mindhunter in Pittsburgh, and I'm a female FBI agent doing that. And then I did Clover, and I did Prison Break with Ben Stiller. And so I'm coming out in 8
Nice.
movies this year.
8 movies? That's awesome.
This year, and I'm still filming more. They're all weird, like not big roles, but I'm just doing whatever comes my way. Like, why not?
Yeah, no, definitely
know.
why not?
Will you
man?
support me?
Right, Tom? You're rich. He's like a hoarder of collectibles.
Yeah,
I can
don't
see
tell anyone.
Yeah.
There'll be lines.
When he dies, I'm gonna be like busting in that house, and like I know I'm gonna look for that money. I know it's in there. You can help me, Az.
I got you. I got you.
We'll be ripping through it.
We have
All
credit.
right. Oh my
Okay.
goodness, this show is flying by so fast. But we are WRFCLP Rochester 106.3 FM, RochesterFreeRadio.com. It's time for a little song break. Thank you for tuning in. We are on every Thursday, 10 o'clock till midnight.
Sober.
What up?
Beyond the Pole Radio with Katrina Lee.
Welcome back. We're
Yo,
Beyond the
yo.
Pole Radio.
How you doing?
We
Hey,
have
how you
me,
doing?
Katrina Lee. We have Oz.
What up, what up?
And we have Tom Loce. So
You
good
gotta say
show.
the little slower. Tom Loce. It's
Tom
Tom
Loce.
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 You want to go to the Philippines?
Let's see. I do want to go to the Philippines.
You got to go to Costa Rica. It's cheaper and better.
And I got the
The hookup.
semi-young, right?
Yeah.
Okay, legal. of
Young
course. Legal
enough.
It's got to be legal.
I think
Okay.
they're that young.
All
but,
right,
you
I'll
know.
get married
I
then,
mean,
you know?
You're suspect as hell. You're so suspect, bro.
married. So
You don't think I could get them on my own? Is that what you're saying?
No, I was just.
no, I'm sure you can, but
Probably.
you know.
Okay.
I don't think you can get them on your own. I'm not sure if you can keep them on
Boom,
your own.
boom, boom.
Good idea.
That's
good,
the difference.
Good thought. Okay.
Back to the relation.
What do you got written on your little notepad?
All
there
different
today?
stuff, but I went for the first time in a while to Vixen's today for day shift lunch. I thought, why not be the first person who walks the strip club at 4:00? Like I'm desperate. No, and a gorgeous day. So I was the first customer in. I went to see a friend. It was kind of funny because she wanted to come on the show and join. So I wasn't sure who she was because she had a Snapchat filter
Okay.
as her page. So she didn't look at all like that.
And I don't
and
even
her
know what
hair
that
was
means.
down. Yeah, it's like you change and morph out your eyes.
that
Like you
stuff.
really don't look
Okay,
the
all
same.
right, no.
And she has like dog ears on her and everything and the
Okay.
whole string. So I'm like, oh, I can't tell who she is.
Saying hi.
And she uses her last name on Facebook as her first name on there. So then I'm thinking her name's like Hareem. And I'm like, this is so embarrassing.
That's my people. I
And
mean,
then-
what up? Assalamu alaikum.
Right? Yeah. And I'm like, that's so odd. And I'm like, are you that? And I'm like, I want to case it out, see if she'd be a good addition, how her
Right.
voice sounds for the show or why.
Will she be on eventually?
Eventually, yes,
Okay.
absolutely. So it turns out she's
Guest
like, "How come you don't know
strippers.
me?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "Yeah, you know me for years." I'm like, "She's like, I know you well." Well, it was because one of my crazy friends who tried to steal my business had her selling for her than she thought she was selling for me. And I'm like, oh, now it makes sense.
I remember that. Okay,
so then we're like, so she's going to come on and explain it. But, it's amazing. And I'm sure you have these issues now. What is with these younger girls and airbrushing the hell out of their faces and these filters? Like, you don't look like that. And you're scaring guys. Like, I mean, when your eyebrows wipe off and stuff and like.
The eyebrows,
or eyelid's gone. Like, who are you the next day?
Get them done right, man. Eyebrows.
It all comes under the heading, as I said, of look at me. Whatever you got to do. Right?
I've been duped a couple times real bad before. Where
it's
years
amazing.
ago, when
You
you talk
deserve
to
it.
somebody on Facebook, like, oh, she's so hot, she's so hot, and she walks in, your water is like jiggling as she's hitting every stair, like,
Yeah, like,
and I'm
oh
like,
no,
what?
that's my
Did
date.
you eat her? Where did the other girl go? I don't mind little thickness. It's fine. Big girls are cool, but don't trick me. Let me know what I'm getting into. I'll have some snacks ready for her.
Yeah, and their face angles, everything's different, and they're all airbrushed, and they look nothing alike.
I know. So,
It's amazing.
did you dance at Vixen's today, though?
No, not at all.
How
No.
come? Come on. You can
It's
tell
day
us.
shift. I have the radio show.
We're friends.
and,
Come on, you could tell us, huh?
Yeah.
No, you did not?
Didn't,
Okay.
No. Never worked there, actually.
Well, have you
Nothing bad, but it was nice. I asked what they do. They have Wednesday night auditions for anyone who wants to go over and work there.
Okay.
And you can call or come in anytime and audition and ask for a manager.
So now calling the class of 2018.
Yeah, right? Everyone,
2018.
graduating high school, here's your opportunity.
What are the VIP rooms like there?
I didn't go through that thorough. It was
mean, you didn't
early,
even
and there was
look
no
over them?
managers on the time, and no one was on stage or anything. It was very early.
Okay.
Put those dance
I
lessons
was
to
the
use.
only customer in there, and so no girls went on stage because it was only me, and that would be pathetic.
Is that what you're calling yourself now?
Yeah.
A customer?
Yeah, I
Okay.
guess I was because I was a paying customer. I didn't
Really?
have other guys there to pay for me,
Yeah.
so
I'm surprised.
yeah, I usually do, but I wanted to actually conduct business and talk to her. So
Okay. You did
Dope.
good.
figured I can buck up, a $5 bottle of water.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, $5
I will
bottle
give
of
you
water.
a gold star on your forehead later.
Yeah,
Okay?
and they didn't have food yet. I guess they did, and they're going to reopen the kitchen. They're making some changes. I don't
That's
know.
cool.
But Playmates is doing a lot of updates. So our air conditioner broke last week, and we thought it'd take a while to get back, but they actually replaced it.
Yeah, good.
So it's not 90 degrees, sweaty, hot, gross.
When that
Sticking to
happens,
like the stage.
You got to bust out the slip and slide.
right. It was hot.
Stripper slip and slide. I think that's a thing. That needs to be.
So
a
we
thing
got a
for
lot. We got
sure.
new girls and positive things going
Are
on.
most of the
so-
girls shaving their armpits there?
Yeah, we are.
Okay, all right, that's cool.
And we have live sex shows soon. Now we just
Hey!
beat each other out on stage, and men throw money all over us.
Oh
and
my
it's done.
lord!
I thought I heard livestock show.
And that too.
My heart just stopped for a minute.
Jeez.
What is going
Livestock.
on?
When's
show.
that coming next? A
Right.
livestock show. I'm excited.
Tom would be all
I'm
excited.
surprised Dave isn't chiming in. Is there any
Right.
chihuahuas in there?
Chihuahuas.
I know my
You're
fetish
evil.
is ringtail lemurs.
Ringtail lemurs.
Yeah. What's your
That's
favorite
exciting.
animal, Oz?
I got nothing here. I got nothing
He's
for you
afraid
on
to
this
say.
I
one.
thought you like greyhounds.
No, remember the Italian greyhounds?
Yes, they're
female-
fine, sleek
they
animal.
are female only, and Black
Female.
Panthers.
Black
Remember
Panthers,
Yeah,
yes.
those are nice too. Yeah.
If you had to pick him,
If you had to pick one,
I was just like, that's enough. You guys are
Oz,
sick.
I would picture maybe with you, and I'm sorry I'm going there, but a camel.
A camel.
I got an emoji now. At least I look out with a beard.
Yeah, I know. I had to get that in there.
An electric eel.
An electric eel, right? That's fun. That's a good one.
Very good.
Those are the best porns. They're crazy. The Japanese ones with the
They
eels and
make
stuff.
porn with electric eels?
Yeah, they zap you and everything inside your vagina. It's crazy.
I
You
saw
never
that.
seen that?
I saw
it's
that myself,
insane.
yeah.
I thought I was weird before I started coming on the show. Now, like,
No, tentacle porn.
I'm more and
Tentacle
more
porn.
not as weird as I thought. Thank you, guys. I appreciate
She
you.
is not making this up. I've seen those
Tentacle
ones
porn.
too. Yep.
Japanese tentacle porn.
Yep.
Like, whoa, like squid arms. It's,
We're fighting if someone comes out of there and tries to touch me. we're
It
throwing some
gracefully
hands.
touches
Something.
his
This is a good way to segue into that Katrina.
What?
No, Katrina.
What kind of
That's
segue
right.
is this?
No, you'll see what I'm saying. Where she
Okay,
isn't
right.
afraid to try different things. And I'm not
I
even
like trying
joking on
different
this. And I know,
things.
like the other day, don't get into the story yet, but
I can't say
tennis.
completely.
Tennis. Then
Yes.
before that, I think it was a little more than a week ago, eating insects.
yes,
right?
crickets.
So it's actually not bad
crickets,
to
learned
eat peanuts.
tennis.
Tell us those 2 stories. The tennis. and
Okay,
that-
so I joined Midtown Athletic Club in Rochester. It's amazing. bowling, pool. Alcohol, full bar.
Full bar at Midtown Athletic Club.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
So you can drink alcohol by the pool and they bring it out to you, and you can drink inside the gym, like shots, wine, everything. So the only reason I joined the gym was because it had alcohol.
That's beautiful.
So I'm like, this will motivate me. And then so when I joined, it's like $200 a month, and so you get like a free like tennis thing, like tennis in no time is called TNT Tennis.
That's
but
what I
it's
wanna
at
hear.
9 o'clock on Mondays in the
Oh,
morning,
too early.
and I like drinking on Sundays and Tuesdays. So I'm like not realizing how early 9 in the morning is. Plus I'm on opposite hours,
Yeah.
so I'm used to like staying up till 4 or 5 in the morning. So 9 comes real
too.
early. So I'm trying to like go to bed,
Yeah.
and I can't. And I'm like, so I know I got to get up. So I keep waking up, looking at the clock, like I'm gonna be late for it. I get there,
Yeah.
and it's rough. And I never really played tennis before, and it's really cold outside. And I'm thinking we're going outside, so I wear pants,
Yeah.
like track pants. And like a tank top, and it's like, and I got like a hoodie on.
And how many people did you injure?
There's a bunch of women coming, and they're like dressed head to toe in like $500 skirts, outfits, like just escaped off the Pittsburgh, Oak Hill Country Club or something, and they're in there, and I'm like, oh man, I'm just like scumming it. I'm hungover, and they're all like ready to go. And then I was like, I wonder what's gonna be here. I think it's gonna be single, divorcee women with money, or like married women who don't work. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. But so I'm terrible, and they all played at some point, so like not new to tennis. So I never actually tried tennis in my life. And I bowled. So for some reason, every time I'm hitting the racket, I'm like doing a twist like I do for bowling to do a curve. And so it's going over, and I'm like hitting people with the balls multiple times, like multiple. It's like embarrassing. And I hit this one
first
woman
time hitting people with balls.
And not on purpose.
Yeah.
Okay.
twice. I hit the one woman, and it's like shooting the side. So the guy is like this hot, like I think he's Australian or British. He's got an accent, and I know he wasn't like helping me out because he was attracting me as more pity. So he's like, everyone spread out. So we take over the court, and then my little area ended up having to move into the enclosed netted spot.
Yeah.
So my balls couldn't shoot out and hit other one-on-one with me.
I see.
Yeah. And on top of it, I didn't have a regular tennis ball. I had a soft one with a red dot on it for children, so I couldn't harm anyone.
Red dots.
So-
They ring a bell.
Yeah, I have like no real desire to try this nightmare again, but I have 3 more sessions of torture.
Okay.
So I'm just feeling like an idiot.
So you are a little accident prone, I believe.
Very
You said-
accident
okay,
prone.
so
It was
I
a
mean-
lot of work because it cut shooting all the way back, so you're running around to get the balls all over the place, side to side. I haven't worked down forever. I'm lazy. I eat like a pig. I
Well,
just,
Inquiring minds want to know now with the accident prone, and if you're
Yes.
just talking a lot of, blowing smoke, are you good in bed?
Of course I
Yeah.
am. Why do you think I get married so fast?
They might be
Like
drunk.
I'm never letting you go.
They might be drunk.
Well, I'm usually drunk when I get married, but
oh, okay, but you are stellar in bed. You're saying though, huh? Really?
I
Yeah.
haven't had complaints.
Okay.
What kind of guy would complain
I'm a
in bed?
champion. Like I'm like
I've
motivated.
had
Like
some,
I'll keep going.
You know that old one. I've never went to bed with an ugly girl, but I've sure woke
Oh,
up.
okay,
with
well,
a
maybe
few-
in that way, yeah, but
that's
I
what I'm
mean-
saying.
Yeah, I'll keep
Decent-looking
going. I
person
make
like
sure the
that.
job's done.
Okay,
You know. I give a motivated
That's
blowjob.
cool.
You can do it.
Now,
I'll give effort. Sometimes you're lazy. Like no one wants to really give a hand job. There's so much work, and if you're gonna do it, I mean, make sure they never want it again. So don't use lotion.
Oh my
Make 'em
God,
figure
he's
out- Like,
How you gonna plot like
and you don't
that?
have to. Like, who really wants the effort? That's a lot of work. Like, I'd rather just hop on top of it, pump, it's done.
that's it. Huh?
Wow.
And what is your thoughts on head jobs, anyways?
That's fine.
Oh,
No
that's
problem.
fine.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about you getting head.
No, you
I'm
gotta
giving
start.
head.
Yeah,
okay.
you start.
And for a long time.
You know, you
right?
got to swallow so they don't feel rejected.
Beautiful. I brought a ring for you.
You know,
Hang on a
you
second.
can't spit it out in front of them. That's just obnoxious.
You got to swallow.
know?
That's for sure.
Yeah.
You know, because that's.
And that's why guys should, drink more pineapple juice and eat pineapple because it makes it taste better.
I eat a lot of garlic.
Well, that's a bad idea if you
That's
want girls
bad.
to swallow.
And fish. They're not
Yeah,
good
yeah,
either.
that's not ideal.
Okay. Now, talking about
Those
ugly
are
things to
no-nos.
eat, let's hear about the rancid dinner you had with insects.
It was amazing. That was
amazing.
good.
You just
So,
did that for
yeah.
shock value.
Ox and
Come on.
Stone, and
Listen to
they had
this,
crickets
I
as
had that
tapas for
there.
$5. So I tried it with the mole sauce.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. It's like peanuts.
It was good. I liked it.
Wait, what? You had it too?
Yeah.
It's good. You got to try it.
What is it again? What?
Crickets.
Crickets. Come on now.
Yeah,
not bad.
plated cricket.
You had it too.
Yeah,
huh?
it's a good protein source.
At what point would you stop now? You know, like I don't know, like praying mantises, anything like
They're
that.
mealworms.
endangered.
I think mealworms.
Those are
Mealworms. You'd
yucky
stop
looking.
at that. If they were
Mealworms or
live.
maggots.
Live.
Maggots would be gross to eat.
Okay,
Mealworms.
yeah. Anyone-
Anything where if you bit it squeezed out.
Yeah.
No, you know.
Right?
What about dog?
No, I couldn't. But they have a festival that they always
I've eaten
protest
dog.
with PETA.
You've eaten dog.
Yeah, I've eaten dog. It tastes like roast beef, to be honest with you.
Oh my God.
No,
Yeah.
Dave, live or cooked?
Well, what they do, it was actually in Seoul, and you go through the food market, and they have all these little cages full of dogs.
Yeah.
And they pick it up and they drop it in boiling water after they, shave it.
Wow.
They drop it in boiling water, and then they pull it out and they slice her up and give you a sandwich.
Really? What were you doing in this area to begin with?
I was playing a gig out there, and they also had it in. Actually, I saw they had it in Spain, and I went back in because it was so good.
Oh my God.
Wow. Yeah.
So bad. But I know there's a lot of people who process it. So what you said, I've heard. And then I always sign the petition, but I guess it's a big festival and people like it. So
Yeah,
they do that.
I love dogs, but they taste better. They taste even better.
That's cool. How about cats? There's a good place down on
we've
West
all eaten
Avenue
a
that
cat.
serves some cat, I hear.
Hey, and
I'd probably eat cat.
if
accidentally at some point.
anybody's eaten Chinese, we've all
We
eaten
probably had a
cats.
cat.
Yeah.
I know in Chinese restaurant I ate seagull.
Right.
Yeah, the one that got shut down near Pennsylvania. I was always getting chicken and broccoli,
Yeah.
and they were delivering it. So I'm positive when they found all these seagulls inside tubs
Yeah.
and they're inside the cooler. There's no way that I missed eating seagull. For sure, I ate it.
It was
That's
seagull.
just
for
Yeah,
sure.
seagull looked like chicken.
Okay.
I was like, oh, I know I ate it.
Nice.
So now I
can't
only
get over
eat
the
shrimp
dog
in
thing.
Chinese restaurants because you can identify what shrimp looks like. You can't really, it's not another animal.
Right. Okay.
So I'm really not a fan of Chinese after all those experiences. But
What experience? What experience?
Ugh,
Tentacle
that's
sushi?
bad. Yeah,
Did you-
tentacle. And,
Oh,
my grandpa loved the Chinese buffet, and before my mom realized he had Alzheimer's, he'd bring us there when he'd watch us in the summer at 8:00 in the morning before the food came out and make us sit for hours, and then he would have lunch, and then he'd make us stay. And so we were sitting in the Chinese buffet from 8:00 till 3.
Jeez.
And then he would also take us picking through the garbage and dumps and stuff, and
Why?
looking, I don't know, for free magazines and stuff.
Wow.
And then he would drive in this he had this sports car and a maniac, and then he would teach us to flick off cars and be going 90, and then my mom caught what was going on. She's like, absolutely, you're not allowed to be staying with him now. So got cut off immediately. Yeah, so I years of that went on eating Chinese food every day for
So
3
you
meals.
got tired of it after a while.
I'm big on Chinese food.
Yeah, no.
You were dumpster diving with your grandfather?
Yeah, dumpster. And it was a big thing in Holland, on Big Garbage Day. People had all their garbage, and we'd drive around and pull stuff out. I don't know. It was a redneck thing.
To resell or
No, to
decorate
keep
the house.
or use for your house, old games
Okay.
or furniture, and you never know what you're going to find in the garbage.
Oz, you might wanna
maybe
pick up on
a
that.
used mattress with stains that maybe bums had sex on.
Yeah, decorate your beard with old croutons you find in there or something.
I think that's already in there. It's already part of the.
I think
Did you ever read The Twits by Roald Dahl?
No, I
It's
did
a
not.
classic book by him, and they have these beards, and all these food and stuff would stick in their beards, and they use it as an extra meal and stuff. You got to read it to your son; he'll
Saving
love
this
it. The
for later,
Twits
The
is
Twits.
funny,
You're talking to two people with the intellect of maggots.
right?
I know a girl that used to do that.
Jesus.
You're
Oh, boy.
brutal.
Why does the show always go into the toilet? Can you tell
I
me?
know.
But it's fun. It's fun.
Right?
It's, yeah.
No.
I was
It's
driving
always
around. Did you guys see by Liberty Pole what they're doing over there with all the construction?
What's
stuff?
going
fun.
on
Yeah, I
over
did see
Dude,
that.
it's freaking gorgeous over there, man. They're doing a
Gorgeous.
lot.
What are
yeah.
they
They are
doing?
doing
What
it.
are they
They just
doing?
redid the whole. They took out a whole bunch of buildings. There's a big grassy area. They have lights and it's just new businesses. It looks gorgeous over there, man. They're really killing it.
I want to go to the I Square.
I scared. What's that?
It's near Murph's. I'm not sure. When I go to the bar, I look across the street and it's all lit up. They got the Imaginarium, and I guess it's an open food court, and it's all these art galleries and stuff. It's some new trend.
Dope.
It's supposed to be really neat.
I feel sorry for the armed forces that are listening right now, thinking, "Oh, geez, we're stuck here in some dirt
Yeah, we're talking
hole."
about food
and we're
and
talking food and,
really
and
fun stuff.
how
But they're there
illustriously beautiful Rochester.
But they're making they're allowing us to be able to enjoy our life.
That's true. We appreciate
Thank you.
it.
We appreciate the
We sure
military.
do.
Just set me straight on this again. I may have asked you this before, but this does go to a lot of military.
Oh yeah,
bases?
we're on the Armed Forces Network. So
Okay.
anywhere the military is in
Really?
128 different countries, you can listen to us.
We
Yeah.
got listeners in Egypt and a whole bunch of other countries right now. We
Yeah,
got Egypt,
even our YouTube
Italy, Spain, a whole
Italy.
bunch of different places.
Cool,
It's really,
cool.
really awesome.
All over. So let's do a little serious. So anyone know what mindfulness is?
mindfulness.
Tom has had a lot of therapy because he's mentally unstable. I'm mentally unstable, and I also had a lot of therapy. Now, Oz, have you had a lot of therapy?
I've had a good amount of therapy.
Yeah, so we're all a little mentally unstable.
Okay.
So at least we can acknowledge that.
That's good, because if you didn't acknowledge it,
we better ourselves through therapy.
That's true. It's great. It is great.
Why I can't watch horror films a lot, man. They just mess with my head. There's enough darkness going on in there where I don't need to add anything brand new to it. Like, it's plenty happening. I'm good over here. Let me watch some Adam Sandler smile and fall asleep, okay?
I think that's my confusion because I watch a lot of horror films and I grew up thinking those are the type of men to date. And then I'm like, God,
it's true.
That's what I'm doing wrong. Like, Hannibal is not a man to date.
Got something to show you after the show. Okay?
Right?
Yeah. Okay, mindfulness. Well, let's talk about that.
Mindfulness is observing, describing, and participating. So when you observe, it's like just look at something and notice it. Don't get emotional about what's being observed. Don't react to what's being observed. And the 5 senses can be used to observe our sight, hearing, smell, taste, touch. So you got to focus your attention to observe. Like you're in the moment. You're mindful. You're experiencing it. So they do this a lot in like DBTs and stuff, and with addictions counseling, depression, anything like that. So just relax when you're stressed or having cravings, and just like experience life. Like sit there and truly like savor a piece of candy and think or describe how it feels, the taste, the touch, the crinkle of the wrapper.
So like be in that moment, like where you are at that moment, and try to put your mind on something else besides the addiction.
So if you look at a picture, you're not looking inside. Like the girl looks like she's sad, like maybe she's going through something. You're like, the girl has a smile, the girl's hair is red, the girl has blue eyes. You're describing as you see it. You're not saying like with insight, like maybe she feels this way or has got a somber appearance.
Okay.
So you describe, so you put words on the experience you observe. Use words that are factual, not emotional, like I was saying, like on what actually is there, not like it could be.
Well,
not just mental descriptions.
I would like to just ask you quickly, why would you not want to put something emotional into it?
Because that's not mindfulness. Then you're looking in and reading into stuff. You're not in the moment. You're assuming something. So that's not what it is.
Okay. I would think they would want you to feel something too, really.
No, because they want you to like in the moment, like experience it, not how you'd feel. So judgments lead to emotional reactions. I know.
That's actually the theme to Mindful Rochester.
No. I didn't know.
And it plays in the background for an entire hour.
Really?
Yeah, but Peter Schaefer, who runs the show, is one of the funniest guys I've ever met.
I went on a show before. It was really fun.
I thought you fell asleep on the soundboard.
I did too. No. So judgments lead to emotional reactions. So you don't want to be emotional. You want to be in the moment. So
okay.
It's fun. So whenever you're really stressed or craving, use anything. Just think in the moment and just try to de-stress. Relax.
Nice.
Participate. Observe. Just look at something. Notice it. Use your 5 senses and focus your attention to observe. And then describe. So put into words the experience you observed. Use words that are factual, not emotional. And then talk yourself through new tasks. So if you're afraid, intimidated, just, think, relax.
I am looking at his beard. I am afraid. Very afraid.
Like, the beard is soft. The beard smells good.
It is so soft.
Right?
So soft.
I was in a massage parlor the other day.
You would say the colors of the beard,
Look, she's got like a flow chart and stuff. This is for real stuff.
No, that's cool stuff.
That's awesome.
I got it in therapy.
I was going to say.
Court-mandated therapy. Thank you, Amherst.
It probably helps to have a mentor or someone overlooking this at first, right?
Right. I agree.
Okay.
So
it's cool to have people that went through this problem, who went through this issue, themselves, that we can kind of help other people, because.
Well, yeah, it's like free therapy. Like I paid a lot of money for this therapy you get for free.
That's good.
I just tell people I'm a therapist.
Right, I do too.
Yeah. You got like the FBI
I am
t-shirt,
a therapist. They're always
inspector.
bothering me.
What do you mean they're always bothering you?
Constantly, like guys and all these problems at work, and I always listen and I'm counseling them and.
Does it help or what?
I'm like a sex therapist.
Yeah.
You got the female version of Save a Ho?
Right. Oh, God.
You just rent a room in a boarding house and open office.
I could easily.
You could.
Right? Just travel around, You
could go in many different directions. Many different directions. I would love to see where you're at in the near future.
So we have Party in the Park just started today in Rochester. Really, and there's an area 12, and it's for sober individuals, and Recovery Now puts it together, which we're part of our show.
Okay.
And so if you are an addict and you're struggling and you're looking for some fun and you don't want to be around other people using, you can stay in area 12. So recommend it. Party in the Park is on Thursdays, and there's a schedule. It's all on Facebook. You can check it out.
They
have food trucks.
What else is there? Like counselors and stuff like that?
No.
Party in the Park's a big party, man. It's super dope.
But I mean, just she said if you're
No, you just get isolated from the other people where there's no drinking next to you.
If you don't feel like being around all the drinking and all the crap going on.
Space.
All
right,
I mean, you don't even have to be in recovery, really. It could be just, you don't feel like dealing with it.
You have kids, you don't want them all spilling stuff on anyone.
That's
or
cool.
I guess
That's
it's calm.
Purpose of this.
So it's area 12 because it's the 12 steps.
Okay.
Like AA. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
It was where the flying saucers landed or something, but okay.
No. And what events do you have anything?
I got a viral night live over at the Improv Saturday, June 23rd. It's like a sketch comedy improv thing. It's a whole bunch of really talented people. You got Joel James. You got Chris Cardwell, the photographer, who's pretty well known in Rochester. He shot a lot of really famous people like MGK. He just did a reality star. He just did the Roland Williams shoot for Rochester Women's Online magazine. So a whole group of collectively talented, creative people. So June 23rd, Saturday, check them out. Photo City Improv.
I like that. I'm going to actually take comedy classes there. So.
Yo.
And
I saw when I was going to Sticky Lips.
What are you doing at this thing?
Nothing. It's just a friend of mine now. He's actually doing a movie called Rent a Ride.
Okay.
And he's got me in there, and I'm going to be hopping in a couple of their improv nights, which you're more than welcome to join. Hop in some improv.
I like the stuff. So.
For sure.
You're just looking at her. How about me? Come on. I can improvise. Like
sure,
welcome to join us, man. You're a freaking legend. You do what you want.
Can I get piggish? A little piggish?
Probably.
Sure.
Okay, I'm there.
Sure. I took him into Smoking Joe's, and then people were coming out of the woodwork, Ira Tom, the legend.
Yeah, I was surprised. I thought they put me on a pasture.
No, he wasn't as cool as I was. But,
People always remember
you. They will remember. I was the first one before Moses that came out. A little different 10 Commandments. So, the 10 things you do to become perverted.
Yeah, right? Freaking legend. Tom Loce, man.
Well,
Life Without Shame. Coming back 25-year anniversary. Katrina Lee making it happen.
We're doing it.
She is the one that's making it happen.
And because no one else gets along with each other, I managed to talk to all the other cast and characters and network it all as a liaison who works between them.
You had to
so
get that
I work with Ed, I work with Tom. We all work separately, which is more of a hassle, but
you got it done.
We did it.
That's what's important. That just boasts your
so.
skills and how you finagle all that stuff over there.
Including stalking down former entertainers from the show so I could tell them what we're doing. I went deep.
Wow.
I don't play when I tell you I can do something, I do it. So.
She lit a fire under my ass, literally. Yeah.
Literally.
That probably smelled horrible.
It was disgusting.
I mean, you show the charred marks on it?
Yeah.
No. Keep it in the pants.
He ate all these onions prior and beans, and man, it was
You know what happened.
It was like a dog eating a bunch of burritos.
Yeah. But I thought you liked that kind of thing, don't you? For the shock value, right?
But so it's neat. So the manager at Playmates, the strip club I work at, does T-shirts and printing.
Sweet.
So she's taking the logo and she's taking the original one. I'm going to put 25-year anniversary. We're going to have the YouTube channel. So it's Life Without Shame Rochester. You can watch the claps on there. And they're going to put up a website on where you can get them and just get rolling.
Nice.
And then eventually have the 25-year anniversary DVD collection.
That's why she's doing it. She's going to make all the money on it, screwing all the former people.
Well, I'm so nice about it that I called them and said I'm getting them all shares of it that they don't even need, and I'm doing it out of the kindness of my heart. And giving them all cut, so because I'm honest, and then so that's why I went around hunting them down. So I wasn't shocking some 55-year-old stripper and pumping out pictures of her all over the internet.
Grandma,
I don't know where they are. I don't know where these people went, or if they got married.
Fair enough.
So a good question for you would be: if we got the show going again, by any chance, would you be on it?
Of course I would.
In a more of like a revealing way.
I want to be the lap dance tester and inspector.
Okay.
I would rather have boobs in my face.
Yeah, but you wouldn't put a few boobs for us on the show?
I could maybe. I have no real shame.
All right, I'll give
my
you
parents, they give up.
Your shame is vicariously through your parents.
They know. They gave up on me. They gave up. I lost cause.
Poor people, I'll tell you.
My dad's like, with the whole bridge saying so proud, and then at the same time, they're like, she's doing the bridge, but she's a hustler. But she's a top entrepreneur, but she's a hustler. There's my daughter's vagina.
But she's going out with an amputee.
But she's really successful and respected. And she's with an amputee. You're an ass. my God.
You threw it out there. Oh, wow.
But my daughter likes felons and addicts and,
all that kind of stuff.
It likes to stress them out.
We have taken a turn here.
For the worst.
Yeah, for the worst.
17 minutes left.
There
It's
is
getting
so
real.
much fun stuff upcoming, so I'm
For
excited.
sure.
Bonnie Rotten, I will be there tomorrow, so if anyone feels like coming up saying hi, say in a polite way. Don't be creepy. Don't come up behind me. Class
And there are
acts,
many
class
events
people.
in my house every night.
Yeah, if you feel like,
Any
watching the donkey show at
right,
Tom's.
exactly. It's called Pin the Tail on Tom's Face.
Right,
Okay.
yeah.
Every night.
Friday, there's an all-female show. Friday, all-female
Really?
Where?
EDM show at Funkin' Waffles. You ever been to Funkin' Waffles? We talked
I
about this last
went.
Are you
I didn't eat
joking
there.
or what?
week. No, you what?
Are you joking?
No, all-female events. An EDM event. They have go-go dancers. They have DJs.
Did you say spunkin' waffles?
It's not the
Dave.
Jizz Kit or the what's the other
No,
one?
just get Ookie Cookie.
Ookie.
I like Dave.
Right.
No,
Okay,
Funkin'
what-
Waffles.
Where is this? Where's this
It's
place?
right off of Water Street. It's the old Water Street Piranha. Used to be
Okay,
rave
and what's
stuff.
the show they do
It's
there?
a EDM electronic dance music. It's like ish, and then
You're
it's,
losing me.
It's that with it's an all female cast like go-go dancers, dance troupe, hula hoopers, the whole night.
That's fun.
So yeah,
I'm sure
Funkin'
they got
Waffles.
like fire eaters.
Any
and
spread eagle?
everything.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't
The
know.
spread
The outfits are
eagle.
dope
If
though.
you
She got
go
some
there.
dope outfits.
Remember that from Chicago, and that's
What?
how they caught her doing the spread eagle
No,
before
I
she
didn't.
kills her. in
Tell me the
musical.
story. What
No,
happened?
it's fine.
Okay, too dirty. Okay. And what else you guys got on your little notepads?
Just
there?
a lot. There's a lot going on in the whole adult industry. A lot of changes. Things going on. It's summer. It's steak season. There's a lot of festivals everywhere you go. Food trucks, parties, like Tuesday, all different. It's
Okay.
great. Like I'm so excited.
Here's a
It's my favorite
serious
time of
thing
year.
for a minute, though. Okay, I have been reading about a lot of suicides lately. It's terrible.
I know.
Just seriously, go to people who are depressed. Go get help.
Yeah.
Go to your friends.
Well, there's text lines, so you don't even have to actually talk on the phone anymore. You can text people and they'll respond to you.
Is that
Very
good
serious.
enough, though? I mean, it
some
doesn't
people are
seem
embarrassed and they don't want them to know
Okay.
their voice or hear it, and they're ashamed.
That makes sense.
You know,
There
so-
was another one this morning, and what we're finding, Tom, actually, is that a lot of them are drug related.
I know that.
Yeah.
You know, they want to get off, and they just don't know of a way to do it.
I know.
Yep, that's what I've talked about for years. I lost a lot of friends through drugs or overdoses or botched up strange drug-related suicides.
Right, that's why I would like to come back to counseling. I mean, there's a stigma sometimes to that. People think I don't
Huge.
need counseling, but it helps immensely.
I think that's what text helps a lot too. People that don't want to have that interaction because you're in that
Yep.
bad place in your mind. You don't want to be around people. You don't want to talk to any people. You want to be to yourself. And to reach out even through a text message, that takes a lot out of a person. I mean, I won't be lying. I was in a couple bad places myself where just talking to anybody, it was difficult. Thank God I had people that loved me.
I could see that, but I just from where I look at it, a text, it just doesn't seem as warm or something, is it?
It's
Really?
not warm, but it's opening a door to an actual conversation.
That's okay.
Are you looking for warmness? I know. Most likely, if you're really depressed, you're isolating yourself. You don't want someone like all on you. So, I
Right,
don't know.
right. That's true. But that's
I can see.
No, I mean, usually first people you go to, friends or family, but some people, when you think about it, they are actually the
I
problem.
don't think you
They're-
go to
sometimes
friends
it's
and
a
family.
right?
I think those are the last people you go to when you're feeling suicidal.
Well, it
I
depends.
did attempt to kill myself. I have, and I was very close. I was in a coma.
Really?
And I'm very lucky to be alive. During the divorce, it was a nightmare.
Who helped you out of that?
My counselors. Yeah, I was kind of forced. A whole bunch of people. Like I have
Really?
a great family subset
Family
and
re-
everything.
that support system so important,
Yeah,
man.
so I mean, I would have rather done the texting, and I did not contact anyone. They had
Really?
to find me passed out on the ground.
I see.
Well, thank God they did. And
Yeah,
now
so
you're
it
out helping
wasn't
other
there.
people,
So
Right.
I mean, it's a strong
No, 'cause
topic, but
No,
you're
I wanted
gonna
to-
when you want the help, you're gonna get it. You're gonna
Right. No, because sometimes, unfortunately, the family and friends are part of the problem. Sometimes,
Well,
right?
it's
A
true,
lot of the
and they're
problem.
toxic.
I know.
Right.
Yeah.
And sometimes you got to cut those people out. That's why most people don't. And you're not going to tell someone that close. And most of the time, if you're that person calling out to your family friends a lot, almost suicide threatening, you're not really suicidal.
I know what you
It's
mean.
the one who doesn't say anything that all of a sudden randomly does it that you have to
Right.
be worried about.
Right.
And if you know somebody that's really screwed up or thinks they're really screwed up, just tell them to listen to the show.
Seriously,
Right?
You feel way better.
You'll feel a lot better.
We talk about all different topics like that. We're ups, downs, all around.
Right.
No judgment. You can be crack addicted, prostitute, and you could turn your life around and end up a doctor, honestly, in 10 years. Who knows?
The cover of Hustler
That's
and
the
then
whole thing,
selling
right?
medical relief devices
exactly.
to help millions of people. You never know what you're going to come across.
You could be graduating from Amherst Drug Court right around Christmas Eve and then going there 3 months later and showing them how you're going to fix their program and save lives.
Hey,
right?
there you go.
Exactly.
Boom.
Right, boom.
No,
Look
but
at me.
Kat, have you? I think I read on your Facebook a few times. I mean, you have helped many individuals. Like,
I do all the time.
Yeah, calling you and stuff. Right?
Yeah, I
you've
try
been a
to
good
stop
friend.
that. So if you're in a serious emergency, please don't inbox me on Facebook Messenger. Yeah, that's the worst
What's the
option.
best way?
No, they just don't inbox me. Call crisis services.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have 5,000 messages a day, and there's so many things going on between Snapchat and stuff, and I can't keep up with it. And I actually have complained about this to several people that too many individuals are reaching out for help to me.
So where
And
should
I
go
don't
again?
want to look at my message when I don't catch it a week later
Okay.
and then see that
Oh,
you're
God.
ready. Or then I realize you killed yourself because it's happened 3 times to me, and I
Wow.
don't want it to happen again.
That's it. So once again, where should they call? Are you saying?
Crisis service, any 911, anyone.
right.
Yeah, and we also run a 24-hour hotline. People
really?
can call here 585-310-4080.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm always there for a friend, but absolutely don't funnel on as the last case emergency through my Facebook
I got
Messenger,
you.
please.
Right.
This has happened multiple times, so it's already I've lost well over 500 friends. I'm becoming numb to it. I don't want to do it anymore.
I know,
Everyone's got to calm down on that.
You
so.
need a little space to yourself, especially for something that heavy.
And then
That's what
especially
it's
the
really-
emergency ones, and so I get it all the time. I get the addicts I want help recovering. That's nice,
No,
but
I know.
I can't keep up with all of it, and then I can't help other people if I'm being bogged down in a pit of depression myself.
No, I agree with that. It's just it would seem like a lot of these people, if they had someone to talk to, that would help them out.
We're gonna do a quick song break, and then we're gonna wrap up. So
Yeah.
thank you everyone listening. Beyond the Pole Radio.
You.
All right. And now for the finale of Beyond the Pole Radio.
It's the wrap up. So
It's a wrap-up.
the wrap up.
We're gonna start rapping right now.
Right, we're gonna wrap. No.
Wizard of Oz. Get down now, Wizard,
The Wizard of
Wizard, Oz.
That was horrible.
Well, we are
That
on
is terrible.
every Thursday from 10 till 12, the witching hour.
Yeah.
And I'm Katrina Lee.
Hi.
And we have Oz
And
Tom
Loce.
from Life Without Shame. So we're all connected with Life Without Shame. So watch it on YouTube. And we are going to have a Wikipedia page. I'm working out after this with Tom.
Very
So
So you
nice.
can look at it. We're going to set it up.
What a mover and a shaker.
We were
I'm telling
shaker,
you.
not
yeah.
playing around. We're
And I'm
getting this
not
done.
even- not even talking about
so
what
you'll
she
be
was
able to
doing
get the
last
shirts all over head shops and all different merchandise, and it's gonna be great. And we're gonna have Where Are They Now with the original characters, and then some of the new characters from the skits we're doing for this show. So
I'm excited.
Where are they now? You're actually going to film me in the gutter? Is that what
yeah,
you're doing?
right. You can pretend,
Nah.
and then we'll have bums pulling you out with a bottle of Irish Rose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that
Irish Rose
stuff.
whiskey.
Yeah. Okay. Oz, have you ever thinking about a serious problem with liquor or anything, or no?
You know what? There was a point in time where I used to drink a lot, but I've never really. I don't know. I
So,
kind of
nothing-
outgrew it. I'm good with it. I can't get any drunker or I'll die.
Okay.
There's only a level of drunkenness you can get where it's I'm probably gonna die. If I do any more of this, I'm probably gonna die.
No, okay, I don't. Yeah, but I meant of where you needed it every day or something.
No, never
okay.
really would shake. And
I
stuff.
never got like that either.
Never got like that. The
There was a
DTs?
binge during the divorce. I wasn't coping right, and I abused alcohol really bad for 2 weeks, and then I stopped.
Okay.
And then I don't crave it any day, but I'm a bad you get me in the kick, I'll keep going. There's no cutoff, and I'll kill it. It's a little OCD in me. If there's a little bit in the bottle, even though I'm gone, I'll still take it. I don't
Okay,
know.
but nothing like DTs of I need.
No,
it bad,
I never had any DTs or anything
Okay.
like
Yeah,
that.
I dated a couple alcoholics, and it was just rough to watch. You
My ex was
turn to a
bad.
completely
Yeah,
different
I
person,
know.
whole nother
I have to.
personality.
And they
man.
shake and they're so sick the next day.
Yep.
And I used to find hidden bottles of vodka all over the house, and it would start in the morning.
It's
and-
sad. I know.
I used to own
So-
I used to own a bar in Buffalo with a doctor, and every day that he had surgery, we had to meet so he could do before he went in, so he could do his 7 shots of Jaeger, so his hands would stop
7
shaking.
shots of Jaeger.
Had,
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
had to.
Had
You
to.
had to. You have to. It
Have to.
builds up. It gets crazy.
Yeah.
And then you don't realize it. I don't think, it's different now, but when that's why I try explaining to have this show to help girls, because you start working, you work every day, so you're having a couple of shots and you start having more, your tolerance builds up, then next thing you know, you're having like 8-10 shots, you don't even realize you're drunk because your tolerance, and they're driving home and it builds up and up, and the next thing you know, they're having a bottle, it gets nothing,
right,
and it just happens, and then they're the ones who get pulled over and have these outrageous marks on their DWIs and points, and it's insane. They're like, how did it happen? Well, you're in the bar industry, every day adds up, all the guys are buying drinks, and it's hard when you're in the clubs to quit.
Right.
Because then all the guys who like start drinking with you, because they probably have drinking problems, they want a drinking buddy, all like are in there and they expect it, they buy it up front. It's just tempting.
Not only do the customers expect it, the bosses,
and they want the money.
They want you to work the customers for drinks. Right?
Yeah,
of course.
That's the whole point. So money. But thank you everyone for listening. We're Beyond the Pole Radio on Facebook. We are Beyond the Pole Radio with Katrina Lee on YouTube. Subscribe and listen. We have beard oil. You will see it on our Facebook page. You are going to like it and share it.
Yes.
And if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, you can win the beard oil. And every week there's going to be different prizes. So any companies wanting to, sponsor or get involved with the shenanigans, hop on.
Absolutely.
We're going to have a website soon. We're going to have everyone listed on there. We're going to have merchandise and shirts, and we're going to put little sponsors and people on the back and just keep growing and building. So Bonnie Rotten this Friday with me in Bristol, the Pistol. It's going to be a good time. Good time. Your show, girls. Thank you, everyone. Check us out. You don't have a shot with her, Tom.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.